Okay, 1551, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score. 15,000 games for opponent, very good. Now let's just challenge for the centre control there. Takes, so I'll just take and I'll drop the queen straight back. Okay, very bold attacking. How do I want to do this? I'm just going to go pawn up. If down, I'll come this way. Then bishop up is going to be a slight issue. The bishop's come right up. Okay. Just going to make sure I can castle. Very attacking line. I think pawn up and bishop up somewhere, whether we're going to try and deal with this bishop. So let's just come up. Don't want to go too quick though. It is 5 minutes. It's not 3 minutes. But we're trying to get that bishop off. And now watch out for an attack to the knight. That's what happens. So I think just knight back. And maybe pawn up, maybe two, I'm not sure. Okay, there I'll have to come across knight over. Well, I don't really have any other moves to even think of, do I? So let's not worry about it. We'll think about c5, but we don't want a knight trying to get here, even though it's covered right now. Oh, queen's come forward. So take, if you take here, we can actually take this knight. So take, something takes c6. I'm just looking to see if there's any tricks, like knight up first. Take, 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 takes. I'm very happy to trade. Take, knight takes or pawn takes. c6. Slightly awkward. Slightly awkward. How do I do it? I'm just going to push the pawn up. If we trade things off, we trade things off. If takes, I'll just go with the queen, I think. Okay, he's come forward now, so now I think it might be feasible just to go for this. And if takes, I can shift the knight somewhere. If you push on, I think we're fine to trade. I might be wrong though, I might be blundering. Actually no, I'm just going to keep it simple. Bring the knight up, hit the pawn. If you take, we've got a check. I mean, I can do this, but it's kind of, you know, it was taking silly risks that I didn't really need to do. Okay, now we can take though, I think. Take. Depends how he takes back though, doesn't it? I'm going to take this pawn first. Oh, he takes, what the heck? Oh, I just blundered it. Not paying attention, I've just completely blundered it. What the heck have I done here? Let's hope this is a legit opponent, because this one feels a bit off. It's probably just my imagination, of course, probably. He can take and grab a pawn, but we can take back here and at least get a tempo hitting the knight. So he comes forward. So I'm going to try and make sure I guard that and drop the knight back, I think. It probably was best to just take the knight, and I've just had a one move lapse, so it should be an autopilot loss, this it should be. I think I have to get out the way there. Got to try and break that pin so I can drop the knight back. If he takes, obviously I'll have to take back. Knight comes in. Yeah, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Although he blundered his knight. He's done the same thing and blundered in the same way. Now if I take, you actually take here and you get my rook. That's quite ironic. Let's go here. The knight can retreat. Oh, he might have blundered it back in the same, exactly the same way. But I'm a minute down on the clock nearly. Yeah, it was just a silly blunder by me one. It's nothing suspicious by my opponent at all. It was just me losing my mind. Sometimes you just overcomplicate games and you try and look for things that are not really there. Okay, he comes forward now. I think, you know, dropping back. I mean, can I get away with taking and walking into a pin? That feels too dangerous, doesn't it? I can go here or I can just drop back. Actually, what if I do take though? If either rook goes across, I can just drop the rook back on a light square and then move, can't I? I think I can actually take. This is dangerous because we're allowing this sort of idea, but once I'm on a light square, I can move the knight. even if I give a pawn back. I just got to make sure I don't blunder some sort of back rank mate. So hit the bishop and then try and drop back. And maybe double this way. Okay. Let's just double up. Now rook across would blunder a check. Well, that blunders it anywhere. So we're getting a little bit lucky here. After some very, very sloppy chess. Sloppy is putting it mildly, isn't it? Been really sloppy this game. We should be fine now. They're never over till they're over, but we should be fine now. We're just going to march forward and solidify. I mean, even rook up's good here, I think. Try and collect and double up this way. Okay, obviously I'm more paying attention to the game now, so I should be fine. To come up, hit the pawn. Okay, we got the win, but boy, I nearly made a big mess of it. Didn't it? Be interesting to see if I could have taken that knight there. Let's see what the engine says. So it was 33 moves there, the move times for both players. So request an analysis. Yeah, we're miles worse. Much, much, much worse. We really did blunder it, didn't we? So in this position, we are better. +2 better. I should have just taken here. So I actually played it okay here. So in this position, I was debating whether to take, wasn't I? So is it a move? Let's just see. The engine's not flagging it as a move, at least not on the 3 moves. It's this, this, and this. So I actually played this bit okay. And I've just completely lost my mind. I'm +2 better here. And I just took the pawn, blundering a piece. So I've gone from 2 better to 2 worse. Just take the pawn in the centre. I just completely forgot the knight was hanging. Then we've ended up -4 in this position. Then opponent's just done the same thing and blundered a piece back when we're -4. So how lucky is that? After that, obviously, it was relatively comfortable and I've just converted. So the figures, 83% versus 78% accuracy, 39.58 CPL, but very, very lucky to get that one.